the chemical element
Sure.
boron, boron.
Oh,
And so he said
that's
he
great.
broadcast some borax, and he hasn't had that problem. I mean, that's, to me, that's just, he also was talking about, and I thought this was kind of fascinating. Fire blight was a real issue last year, and he read something about not being aggressive with cutting out fire blight, because what you do when you cut on a fruit tree is you encourage growth. The new growth gets attacked by the fire blight and all of the critters that like it. So, like I said, Mike is really, he takes this fruit business seriously. He grafts his own trees.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he
What does that mean, to
knows
graft your own tree?
to take rootstock from a more common tree that might be a little bit more hardy or have some other thing. Like sometimes you're wanting the tree a bit shorter, so you use short rootstock on a other
Wow.
type of tree, and then you actually
Attach it.
it with
Attach
tape.
it.
You
Mhm.
kind of tape it together, and the cambium actually
Wow, really
it
modified
unites,
that.
Yeah.
and that's
And he
most of your
creates another
tree.
tree.
Yeah,
Wow.
most fruit trees and many roses are grafted plants. You don't know that, but they're grafted. So when a rose dies to the ground, this is off the subject of fruit, but when a rose dies to the ground and it comes back and it's different, it's the rootstock that
Wow.
you've got left. And the top part, the part you probably bought the plant for, is gone. So
Interesting. That's
and
my
the rootstock on roses, you just really don't want to grow those too much. That's a nasty. I think it's a parent plant of the blaze rose, which is a big, very thorny climber.
Yeah.
So
So that's Mike Haiti you're talking about.
Mike
right there.
Haiti,
He's
and-
usually out there with you.
yeah,
Mhm.
he's almost always at
He's the man in charge.
Right.
He's the man in charge of the farmers market tent,
Yeah.
and we really appreciate it. And speaking of people in charge, Sandy here is our help desk captain.
Wow. Congratulations,
So-
Sandy. That's a big job right there. The help desk.
Yes, we need people to call in, and we'll try to help them with their gardening problems, whatever it might be.
Absolutely.
If we can help resolve it or find a resource for them too.
Yeah, we're there
Yeah.
one day a week.
Yeah, just on Thursday morning from 9 to 11.
Okay.
And it's at the extension office. So you just call the extension number and we'll be there.
One of the most important things to know is that Sandy Klein might not be able to answer every single one of your
That's
horticulture
right.
questions, but you know where to direct
That's
them.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's just so many people like
We
just
try
talked
to
about with Mike.
find an answer for
Yeah.
them.
As a retired librarian, talking to another retired librarian, that's how you get really smart. Is you
Yeah.
don't try to keep it all up here in
That's
one
right.
brain. As you
We
know
know
where to
how
go
to
for it.
seek out resources.
That's huge. That is really huge. And we have
Yeah.
Lisa Peterson that we mentioned off air, and all the extension folks that are just so well read and so
right.
many
And
different areas.
if we can't answer the question at the help desk, or especially if it's a commercial grower or someone a farmer, we will refer it on to Andrew, because we are not really supposed to deal with those to help those folks.
Sure.
They're that's the way the university wants us to function. So that's what we do.
Even commercial farmers would reach out for help if they were seeing something.
No,
interesting.
that's what part of what Andrew's job
Wow.
is to help commercial farmers with whether it's fertility issues, disease issues, and maybe soil conditions or even soil types. That should all be something that, but like I said, again, that's not the help desk won't be able to help you with that, but we can
It's more
direct
on the
you
university level.
Right. That's
than-
more at the professional level.
Yeah.
But you can get your journey to finding answers started
Mhm.
with the help desk
Mhm.
there,
Yeah.
and it'll lead you to the right people there.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
awesome. That's Sandy
Yeah.
Klein with the help desk. You said that's Thursdays and
Thursday morning, 9 to 11.
Perfect. You can give them a call over there at the Christian County Extension office, I'm sure, and easy to find that number out there.
It's 217-287-7246.
Perfect. All right. We're talking with our master gardeners right now, Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein. You guys were out at the farmers market this past Saturday. I still can't get past this kiwi fact. How are we growing kiwis in central Illinois?
It's just what people don't understand is the ones you see, they're not the kiwis like the store.
Okay.
They're it's a different
smaller.
variety. They're smaller. I think they ripen later.
Yeah.
But they are every bit as sweet. They taste. I mean, I've had them out there, so I know they taste really.
Okay, I'm going to refer you to Mike.
Okay.
And the next time you're at the farmer's market, You talk to him about that.
Deal.
Okay.
All right. I
Right.
got to
Really?
get to the bottom of that.
That's
So-
my referral.
okay. Thank you. Our Sandy Klein, our help desk captain right there. We appreciate that. Am I still picturing the hairy look of a kiwi?
No, I think these are smooth. If I remember right, when we
Right.
were out there,
That's-
they're smooth.
it's
They're
been
not.
several
They don't
years.
have the hair on them.
Very
So yeah,
interesting.
like I said, they're a little bit different.
Well, Mike Haiti, the fruit guy.
The fruit guy. He is the
Yeah.
fruit. He is the fruit guy
He is
for
the-
us.
yeah.
Really, really.
But don't ask him about beets because the deer pulled every beet that he had out of the ground. So don't ask him about his beets and radishes and
Man.
carrots.
Are beets fruits or vegetables?
They're vegetables. I mean, he
Vegetables,
does
yeah.
some vegetable growing too, but he's been
He's not
been kind
successful.
of
He's got
he's
deer.
been kind of
He's
mad about the deer and the
He's
beets
got
for a
deer.
while.
Goodness gracious, we got to get someone out to help with this deer problem.
No
now.
lie, no
Extension.
kidding.
I don't know if Extension can help us out that far, but who even knows? All right, guys, we're about to take ourselves a quick time out, but one more time, you're going to be back out with the farmers market June 22nd.
Right,
Perfect.
and then
All
2 times in July and 2 times in August.
Awesome. You guys got the handbooks, not only the how-to handbooks, you got those, but also the benefits of gardening.
Right, and some of the
all that
fun
stuff.
of it. I mean, that's the whole thing is you should be having fun. If you're in the garden, I
Absolutely.
think you should be enjoying it.
Absolutely. We're going to talk much more about enjoying gardening and whatever else the Master Gardeners have for us after this quick timeout. It's Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein of the Master Gardeners of the University of Illinois Extension. I'm Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. We will be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
If you're like most people, finding extra money for your savings just doesn't happen. This is Leah Steckemeyer at People's Bank and Trust, and we have the solution you've been looking for. Sign up for our Save by Spending Roundup program, and we'll round up your purchases to the next dollar, then transfer that change to your savings account. It's as easy as shop, enjoy, and save. Start saving for the things you really want with our Save by Spending Roundup program. Call 888-PBT-1954 and let us put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Jeff Peabody with Country Financial with an opportunity for you to get reliable insurance and donate to a good cause. Let's talk about the types of coverage that you may need to protect you and your family, discuss the options, and see how our valuable discounts may save you money. And just for getting a no-cost, no-obligation quote, I'll make a $20 donation to the Taylor School District or your local school. Call me, Jeff Peabody, Country Financial at 217-824-2279.
No purchase necessary. Country Financial and its representatives are not affiliated with and do not endorse the products or services of any third-party provider. Limit one donation per household. This offer ends Thursday, August 1st of 2024 and does not apply to current Country Financial clients.
Did you know that potential homebuyers put in higher bids on houses with new floors? Whether you are looking to sell your house or not, new floors add value to your home and greatly help the appearance. Hi, I'm Blake Richardson at Nikes Floor Covering in Taylorville. We have a large selection of flooring and tile to choose from, friendly staff and expert installers to get you through the process as smoothly as it can get. We love our community and thank you for your support of our small business. Stop by Nikes Floor Covering in the Marsango Plaza in Taylorville. We would love to see you.
Dr. Emily Smith here with Taylorville Vision Source across from the high school to remind you of the importance of regular comprehensive eye exams. Did you know that those over age 60 are at more risk for conditions like glaucoma, and that glaucoma is only diagnosed through a comprehensive eye exam? Schedule an appointment with our friendly and caring professionals by calling 217-287-2020 today. That's 217-287-2020. Taylorville Vision Source, enhancing vision, enriching lives.
Your farmer-owned dairy, Prairie Farms Dairy, has lots of ways to get your protein this summer. Enjoy Prairie Farms Vitamin D Milk, 2%, 1%, and fat-free skim milk. Premium, 2% and 1% chocolate milk that's yummy. Strawberry milk and buttermilk, all in various container sizes, including 32 and 14-ounce bottles. Or cool off with 100% Florida orange juice, iced tea, fruit-flavored drinks, lemonade, and pink lemonade. All in your grocer or C-Store's dairy case from the farm families at Prairie Farms Dairy.
This is Megan Lopez with Nesty's Burger Joint on the south side of the Taylorville Square. To see our menu, click on our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Shawless Nagel, Executive Director at Kimmer Village in Assumption. To learn more about our services, click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to WTIM, your information station. We are in the midst of the WTIM morning show with our master gardeners, Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. All right, master gardeners, let's talk cicadas, because you can't leave your residence without hearing them most times, but other times they're kind of not around. You break this down for us.
I don't know. I mean, I think it just depends upon where they were last time. Remember, this was 13 years ago or 17 years ago, depending on which brood you're being visited by. But I hear 2 at my house. 2. I can tell it's just 2 bugs and they're in different spots. But people, we were talking about Lisa Stork out at the farmer's market. She is inundated. She is worried about a horse chestnut tree and that are not young trees. But and then the rupture said hardly anything. So, but then in this area, like you said, the golf course is badly inundated. Decatur is badly inundated. Where else did you say, Sandy?
Oh, Hillsboro, Vandalia area.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just never know.
Strangely spread out. So I was under the impression that it was going to be a lot of cicadas. There's going to be a lot of noise, but it's not going to be to the detriment of anything out there. But we're kind of learning, and over the break there, that some of the trees might be in some trouble. Explain this to us.
Well, very young trees.
Okay.
If you planted trees, the U of I has a wonderful explanation of all of this online.
By just putting in periodical cicadas at
yes,
University of Illinois.
But they explain that do not plant young trees this time of year. During this time, the cicada time, because they love new trees and they will destroy it. They will kill it.
Goodness.
Right. Whereas on a mature tree, you might see some flagging, some like part where the very tips of, kind of turn brown.
Sure.
Well, with a young tree, think about it. It's probably got 4 tips max.
Yeah.
Right.
And if they get them all, people are, so, if you have planted a young tree or you've got a small tree that might be struggling, they recommend getting like white tulle,
And
like you
cover
make
it.
bridal veil out of, okay? And cover the tree and be sure to tie it, get it over the whole canopy and bring it in, cinch it in around the trunk.
Yeah.
Right at the base of the limbs, because that's what the females are looking for to lay their eggs on, is the very tips of branches, I think, is the way this works. So what you want to do is keep them from being able to get there.
Yeah.
And they said it's very important, if you do put this tool on, to be sure you get it tight around that, not so tight and then don't leave it on there forever, because it'll be 13 years again.
Sure.
And tulle is a type of material. It is not a TOOL.
Oh, good. Thank you for the clarification on that.
Thanks, Sandy. I never
Almost
thought
the
about
same material as a veil.
as a bridal
veil.
veil. It's,
Yes, a bridal
it's just
veil.
like netting. It's like netting, but they recommend white because then it's still going to get this tree's still going to be able to get the sunlight and stuff that it needs. So most of the ones I've seen done, I've seen one on West Main Cross and a couple others in town.
I've
where
seen some in
people-
Stonington.
where people have taken a netting of a type and tied that around.
I've been seeing some of these around town, and now we are learning that's the younger trees that maybe have just been planted in the last couple of years that are going to be
Right. Yeah.
might-
Because Lisa told me, she said, I said, well, could you have covered that one? The one that she's really concerned about? And she said, not really. She said, because it's just almost too tall to get around. And see, that one's probably one of those that are right on the edge, So again, like Sandy says, you just should have avoided planting trees this year and go for this fall. Fall, you can plant them this fall. Fall is optimal tree planting time. They'll be back down in the ground doing their thing.
Yeah.
So
the cicadas, it's sounding like to me they target kind of 2 parts of the tree. It's the internal root system through the ground and also the branches.
That's what they feed on throughout
Okay.
those 13 years when they're hanging around down there. Now, the other thing that I was told was that if you've treated for grubs in your lawn, you may not have, because they are grubs in the lawn, just like whatever, June bugs and Japanese beetles for the 13 years they're down there out of sight. So
wow.
Anyway, but yeah. And if you have any great recipes, I guess you could share them with us. What
is with that? Why am I
don't
seeing
know.
cicadas and
I don't
alcohol?
Yeah, they are. There is some culinary.
Oh my goodness.
applications for this bug.
I can't
Yeah.
get past.
It could
I
be
can't-
like salad shrimp.
But no way, no way.
ground shrimp. These are like the ground shrimp. This is amazing.
Right.
That's interesting. And with the hordes of them that I'm seeing piled up on the ground past their life cycle, does that do any good for surrounding ecosystems?
I don't know. It
I
just
don't know
it'll
either.
go away, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
I have no
like I
idea.
think if your tree was absolutely covered with them, I would kind of rake it up and maybe take the mower to it. Sure, rake it away from the tree and take the mower to it, I suppose. Because they say they smell. Like I said, I've got 2 that I've heard a couple of afternoons, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
I have not even heard any in Stonington.
Interesting.
Well, I hadn't until
That's
last
weird.
week.
Wow.
I hadn't until
That's
and that's when,
I
like
have
I
seen
said,
remnants
yeah.
of their
Sure,
wings.
sure.
I've
Really?
seen their
Yeah.
wings.
It was
Yeah.
about 3 weeks ago when I
Yeah.
was out at the golf
Yeah.
course, and it was almost deafening. And they talked about these 2 different species that were emerging at the same time. Is it possible that I was hearing both at the same time? Because I swear I heard 2 different tones
Yeah.
happening.
The
You could
only
be.
the only one that makes the noise are the males.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, and I think, and
That's
they're
it.
looking for
And
they're
they're-
looking for
they're-
love. You
They're
know,
looking
that's
for love.
That's their mating call.
That's their
it
main.
really has the
is.
best
It
song.
really
So
is.
it's all
Yeah.
about the men.
Yeah,
Or
it's
the
all about
male.
the guys. Yeah, you know.
It's the men making all the noise
Yeah,
out
it
here.
is really is
Comes
this
down to
time.
it.
Yeah, it really is.
Unbelievable.
So anyway, but I don't know. I know that like I said, my son heard that this is about right now is about as bad as you're going to have it. So
Okay.
from now on, they're what, a 6-week lifespan above
Oh,
ground,
not-
something
yeah,
like that.
not very long.
quick.
You're-
It's-
you're-
Yeah,
a quick thing.
it's a quick brief time in the sun, I suppose.
My master gardeners, this one has flew by on us. We are out of time, but I really appreciate both of you coming in and talking
Okay.
to us today.
You're welcome.
Awesome. That was Gwen Podesky, Sandy Klein, Master Gardeners for the University of Illinois Extension. That was a great one today. Learned so much. And we can go where for any more information, a website?
Goillinois.edu.
There it is.
And just put in Christian County
Yeah.
Master Gardeners
Or University of Illinois.
There you go. You can
.edu.
find it. Any variation, Master Gardeners,
Right.
Extension, horticulture.
Right.
You can find it out there, folks. This has been a great WTIM morning show right here on WTIM, your information station.
Jeremy House in Washington. Conservative parties rattle the traditional powers in the European Union with major gains in parliament.